And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fireworks regulations and laws, and maybe give a little bit of instruction and some ideas, maybe common sense to some individuals that are out there that like fireworks. All of us enjoy fireworks. This is a great time to honor the freedom of our country by getting together and celebrating, and fireworks is one of them. I love them, and I'm sure that each one of you do too. But the state law throughout the entire state is this, that you can basically light fireworks off a couple of 3 days before and after the 4th, as well as the 24th, and then December the 31st, and then the Chinese New Year. On the 4th, on the 24th, and on New Year's and the Chinese New Year, you can actually go do that until midnight. All the other days are 11 o'clock at night. Just kind of a brief overview. I think you've probably are aware of that. In 2011, just for a side note, in 2011, it was that you could light fireworks off for 30 days, from the end of June to the end of July. And there was a lot of people that didn't like the fireworks going off every night of the month. And so in 2012, they changed it back to these hours, and that's what it is for our current laws and regulations. There are some restrictions that we've been able to place by following the Utah state law that we've placed in Spanish Fork, and these are them. Basically, there's an area of town that's called Industrial 3, I-3 area. You cannot use fireworks in that zone. And then some areas around the golf course and up in where the Ellises live, and a few other people, you can't use them up in those areas. And then also within town, if you're in within 200 feet of a field, someplace that might start on fire. These are just kind of some general ideas of the rules and regulations that we should follow. And for the most part, people are doing that, but sometimes they're not taking into account some of the things that are happening around them. For example, the wind. If you light a firework off in your front yard or out on the street, which most people do, the wind can take that firework to a destination that starts fires, and we've had that happen. These are the aerial fireworks that are now being shot. They can go up to 150 feet in the air. Before 2011, we were to the 8-foot or less fireworks. 2011 and to today, we can shoot the 150-foot aerials. And if you do use them inappropriately, then they cause fires. These are some of the fires that we've seen just in the first week or so of the celebration time. We had some fire on some playground equipment up at East Meadows, and we're not sure what started that fire, but it's suspected that kids playing with some fireworks started that. We had some fireworks start a grass fire, damaged a fence on the 1st and the 3rd, and then fireworks were actually embedded into a guy's home. They had shot some fireworks off, and it shot into the siding of his house, and there they stayed until they finished their ignition. Luckily, it didn't start his house on fire, but it did cause some burns to the siding. We had a horse pasture on fire up on Canyon Road, and then again some weeds that caught on fire. And the weeds, and these tall grass and weeds, they were just right behind people's homes, and next to, there's a picture of the playground equipment. And here's the fences that were damaged with the fireworks right behind somebody's home. This happens to be right along the East Bench Canal. So on the other side of this fence is the East Bench Canal, which is covered with dirt and weeds. The grass in the family's backyards on the other side, on the other side of the fence. Fireworks shot up in the air, caught the wind, went into this area, and then caught fire. And so those are the concerns that we have is if people need to be aware of the wind and what the wind does to their fireworks, make sure that they're following the ordinances that are in place, and then use common sense as they're shooting off their fireworks. We just wanted to give you some safety tips. I won't go through each one of these tips, but this is just some common sense guidelines that individuals ought to be following. Make sure that they look these over and do your best to follow them so that property isn't damaged, and more than that, lives aren't lost.